5 habits that will make you feel amazing, science says. There are moments in life when you simply feel very good. You wake up early in the morning with a leap, brimming with energy and vitality. You walk into places with a beaming smile on your face, radiant. You don't get angry even once before you don't find the need to. And you passionately continue following your health habits as they bring you well-being. Above all, you have no problem giving up Instagram because you see no need for that superficial and artificial stimulation. Life is already too beautiful to be lived through digital pixels. Then you pray to some kind of metaphysical being that this magic potion, this spell that drives you to live life intensely, does not fade away. You know perfectly well that after these waves of motivation, there is a sad decline into a deep darkness, as your actions have coded you to live a depressing existence to the point that it has become your new normalized reality, a reality from which many of us try to escape, hoping for that new wave of motivation and inspiration that comes to us just twice a year. It should be like this. Believe me, it shouldn't be like this. Let me tell you that living a passionate, euphoric, intense life, brimming with vitality is possible. And I say it is possible because it is neither quick nor easy, but it is possible. How? Through habits. In today's video, I would like to present to you 5 habits that will make you feel incredibly good. Let's start with the first one, which is eating less and better. Habit number 1. The concept of a blue zone comes from a scientific study conducted over many years, where the author dedicated himself to studying why certain people live to be 100 years old and others don't. In this study, he interviewed many of these centenarians and marked a blue dot on the world map every time he found one. He noticed that certain regions of the planet had a concentration of blue dots, which came to be called blue zones, areas where there's a high concentration of centenarians. One of the islands in the Japanese archipelago, Okinawa, is a blue zone, and they have a very interesting concept related to longevity called harahachibu, which means eating until you are 80% full. One of the habits I've been practicing for several years, which makes me feel very good, is eating less than my body asks for and feeling satisfied with just enough. I'm a very open person who always tries to comfort social rules or what our environment imposes on us. Therefore, I have done many experiments throughout my life, especially with my diet. Throughout these experiments, I've realized that the food you consume is crucial for your energy state, physical condition, and cognitive ability. The problem with nutrition is that we often talk about goals 50 years down the road, which are too long-term. We have no idea. So people say, well, I'm going to enjoy the present. We need to focus on the substantial impact that food has on our daily energy levels, cognitive ability, focus, and concentration. For example, a regimen that might work well is 16 to 18 hours of fasting, no breakfast, only 2 meals a day, a Mediterranean diet with a considerable amount of vegetables and fruits, along with protein such as meat, fish, eggs, and legumes like lentils, and a significant reduction in carbohydrates. I am not talking about following a keto diet, but a substantial reduction in carbohydrates. Let's move on to the next habit, which is surrounding yourself with constructive people. Habit number 2. This year has been eye-opening for me because I've been able to surround myself with both constructive and destructive people. I've been able to perceive for myself the stark contrast and the effect they have on me, how I see life, how much vitality I live with, and most importantly, how much desire I have to progress in my days. The other day, we were traveling in northern Italy. A wonderful trip I recommend to everyone. A friend shared this analogy with us. He told us that in life, there are 0.8 people who are extremely negative, and when they multiply with you or the group, they subtract. These are the trivial people who have no initiative or proactivity, who are basically drifting through life without any passion, ambition, or goals. When these people multiply with you or the group, nothing changes at all. On the other hand, there are 1 people who multiply with you and the situation does not change at all. Then there are 1.2 people who have a lot of initiative, energy, who motivate you, are ambitious, and above all, are constantly looking for solutions to problems rather than obstacles, criticism, and complaints. The interesting thing about this analogy is that imagine someone you know is indisputably a 1.2.
Imagination.
And imagine you are a 1. When they multiply with you, you become 1.2, and when you multiply with them, they become 1.44, and so on, entering a synergy of continuous and constant improvement. And both push each other to be better, entering a virtuous cycle of progress. Think about it. When you surround yourself with individuals from the top 1% who have this same mindset, you will see how this synergy will explode like a volcano. Why? Because they will multiply with each other, and it will only lead to more and more prosperity. Habit number 3. This habit consists of starting each day with the most difficult task you have. Literally. It is the habit that I believe will bring the most happiness to your day. Starting your day with the most costly, difficult, or arduous tasks has a very simple explanation, but we must first address the term of gradual stimulation. It is crucial to start the day without any hyper-stimulating activity, like consuming a heavy breakfast, spending time on your phone, or scrolling through Instagram. These activities, being hyper-stimulating, offer your body satisfaction without any prior effort. This is why I always recommend starting the day with fasting cardio or exercise or a deep work session. Conversely, when we start our day with a hyper-stimulating activity that offers rewards without effort, we condition our brain and body to see any task that requires a bit of effort as very arduous and difficult. As a result, our day becomes an uphill struggle, and we spend the day dragging ourselves like slugs, like existential doormats without any purpose. This happens because by waking up without any effort, we have given ourselves the reward in an unnatural way. Since humanity has been on Earth, it has had to seek its reward through prior effort, whether by hunting, running, or gathering. What makes you think we are any different now? Habit number 4. In this world of information overload, hyper-stimulation, and excessive consumerism, we see our brain disoriented, lost among so much mental clutter. You don't realize it, and the days fly by without you stopping for even 2 seconds to ask yourself, what have I done? Who am I? What do you think? Where am I going? Nothing. And it happens to me. Sometimes I activate the autopilot and feel like a puppet controlled, driven by the mechanization of my days, routines, goals, and objectives, losing myself on this path of progress without knowing which path I'm taking. That's why it is crucial to integrate activities into your day that add intentionality and allows you to gain awareness of who you are and where you're going. These activities can be gardening, cooking, walking barefoot, taking walks, meditating, or breathing. But beware, without any guidelines, routines, audiobooks, or podcasts. It is to allow your mind to free itself from the chains of always doing something, freeing yourself from those chains so you can breathe and produce ideas without any purpose. That is, unleashing your creative mind, reducing your anxiety, and realizing that all your problems aren't that serious. What matters is your present self, conscious and existing. It may seem spiritual, but I promise you that by adding these practices, you will realize that you are much happier and that you progress in a more intentional and substantial way. Habit number 5. In this community, we particularly focus on cultivating our intellectual and cognitive abilities, and especially on implementing certain values or life rigor. However, there is something I would like to address exclusively in today's video: the importance of your appearance and surface, your way of presenting yourself to the world. Taking care of your appearance is crucial for feeling good inside and taking care of your inner self. Why? Because what you are doing is sending a subliminal message to your subconscious, indicating, hey, I'm going to dedicate time, energy, and resources to take care of my appearance because you have value. Moreover, there is a second advantage. By taking care of yourself, you will obviously receive compliments or external validation, and that will help boost your confidence. Validation makes you feel better and will indirectly indicate that you have value, allowing you to gain more confidence. This will become a kind of virtuous cycle of progress, growth, and self-confidence. When I talk about appearance or surface, I don't just mean accessories, style, facial care, physical care, or perfume. I also mean the space in which you present yourself. It would be interesting if, for example, you like cars, to go to a dealership one day and ask about the process of buying a high-end or luxury vehicle. Take your mother to a luxury restaurant, or take your partner to a luxury hotel for a night on your anniversary. These are actions that will allow you to gain value and even vibrate at the same energy as those people who live the life you desire, if that is indeed the life you desire. To each their own, but above all, don't settle for less on the outside than what your inner self deserves. So I'd love to thank you all for your presence, sending you a warm kiss and hug. Please share this channel with 3 people you want to see progress. Don't forget to subscribe, give it a like, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm leaving this playlist here where I upload these personal development videos. Big hug, and see you in the next video.